Some people come into your life quietly, through unexpected moments and missed connections. You try to forget them, bury the memory, move on. But what happens when life brings them back, in another country, at the wrong time, and yet, somehow, it feels right again? This is the story of Meghan and Marcus. A mischance. A rekindled flame. A love that waited. Welcome to Life Unwritten. Meghan had always been a giver in relationships. Loyal, generous, and endlessly hopeful. But the last heartbreak broke something deeper than her heart. It cracked her identity. She sat on her floor, lights off, messages unread, deleting the photos and promises of a man who said she was too much one day and not enough the next. And she decided, no more. She started journaling again. She lit candles without thinking of who to impress. She booked solo brunches. She stopped styling her hair for compliments. She was done centering men in her life. So when she stepped on the bus that rainy afternoon, wearing her favorite jeans and a bold honey blonde afro that felt like a crown, she wasn't looking for attention. And certainly not from a bus driver who made her walk to the front instead of letting her through the back. "I just wanted to say," he said as she passed, "your hair is the most beautiful thing I've seen all week." She blinked. He smiled and handed her his number on a small paper square. Marcus. It was kind. He was stunning, actually. And that's exactly why, the moment she stepped off, she threw the number in the bin. Because this time, she wasn't going to fall just because someone saw her. 6 months later, Barcelona buzzed with celebration. The La Mercè festival was in full swing. Street parades, acrobats, music from every direction, and the kind of chaos that brought tourists flooding in. For people in hospitality, like Meghan, it meant non-stop work. 12-hour shifts. No breaks. Smiling through exhaustion. That night, well past midnight, she caught the last bus home. Her lioness crown in all its glory. Shoes in her hand. She scanned her travel card, looked up, and froze. Marcus. Same gentle smile. Same eyes. Her stomach flipped. He recognized her instantly. Look who finally came to the front door again. She chuckled awkwardly, still handing out numbers. Only when they deserved. The bus was nearly empty, so they talked. And laughed. He asked where she was from. South Africa, she replied. Marcus's face lit up. No way. My dad's an Afrikaner. I was raised on biltong and bra. She raised an eyebrow. So you speak Dutch? He grinned. You're kidding? Let's switch. For the rest of the journey, they spoke only in Dutch. And it felt like slipping into something warm and familiar. This time, she asked for his number. And this time, she kept it. Over the next few weeks, they became inseparable. She'd wake up to his good morning texts. He'd send her voice notes on the way to his shift. They'd meet for late-night tapas and talk about life, trauma, dreams. Marcus was different. He wasn't just present. He was available. Emotionally. He'd listen to her rant about annoying guests and validate her frustrations without trying to fix her. She felt safe. But just as the romance started to intensify, Meghan pulled away. One evening, after a romantic dinner and slow dancing in her kitchen, she took his hands in hers. I need to tell you something. He nodded. I've chosen to wait until I'm engaged before being intimate. It's not about you. It's about me. I've given away too much of myself too easily in the past. I want to know this is real before I give you all of me. Marcus blinked. He wasn't angry, but he was quiet. The next few days were distant. He messaged less. He seemed distracted. Confused and torn, Marcus opened up to his friend. She's incredible. But I don't know if I can do it. What if I wait and then it doesn't work out? His friend paused, then said, if she's the one, you'll never regret waiting. But if you walk away now, you'll never know what you could have had. Marcus realized he was about to lose something real over temporary frustration. That evening, he showed up at Meghan's flat with sunflowers, her favorite. I needed a moment, he said honestly. But I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. Let's do this on your terms. Meghan smiled and hugged him. It was the first time in years she felt truly chosen. When Meghan's family visited from Cape Town, she knew it was time. She introduced Marcus with pride. He brought a bottle of South African wine, greeted everyone respectfully, and even helped in the kitchen. But the tension was thick. Later that night, after he left, her father sat her down. You're studying towards a professional career, which is the reason why you are here in the first place. You deserve someone who matches that. Meghan bit her tongue. Her mother added gently, we're only thinking of your future. What can he offer you long term? Meghan wanted to scream. They didn't know how he held her when she had anxiety. How he helped pay her phone bill 1 month without blinking. How he knew when to joke and when to just sit in silence. But she didn't scream. She simply said, he's a good man. Marcus felt it. The shift. The next time they saw each other, he looked tired. They don't like me, do they? They just need time, Meghan said. Did you defend me? He asked. I did, she answered. But in my culture, I can't argue with elders in front of everyone. I told them later how I felt. But that answer didn't heal the bruise. Marcus grew silent. Distant. Then, gone. No goodbye. No explanation. Meghan tried. Once. Twice. But her pride kept her from begging. And life moved on. Years passed. During a family trip to Cape Town, Meghan stepped into a petrol station, and her world froze. Marcus. They locked eyes. He looked good. Healthier. Grown. They sat outside on a bench, watching clouds drift over Table Mountain. I never stopped thinking about you, he said. But I was hurt. I felt like you didn't fight for me. Meghan nodded. I wanted to. But I couldn't disrespect my family in that moment. Later, I told them they were wrong. That they judged you without knowing you. Marcus smiled sadly. I guess it's too late now. But they spent the next week together. Coffee. Museums. Watching the sunset. The spark hadn't died. Still, Marcus hesitated on her last day. I don't know if I can do long distance again, he said. I get it, Meghan whispered. But if you change your mind, I'm here. 3 months later, Meghan came home from work and found a small envelope at her door. You threw my number away once. This time, I came to deliver it in person. Marcus. She opened the door. There he was, Marcus, smiling, nervous, determined. I tried to forget you. But I couldn't. You're it for me. He got down on one knee. Will you marry me? She said yes. Tears, laughter, everything. Later, over dinner, Meghan asked gently, so, this transport company you work for? Marcus grinned. It's my dad's. He owns one of the biggest private logistics companies in the region. I stepped in to help modernize the fleet. She blinked. Wait, so you're... I'm not just a bus driver, he chuckled. But even if I was, I'd still be worthy of love. When Meghan's parents found out, they were shocked, and then ashamed. They invited Marcus to dinner. Her father stood before him. I owe you an apology. I judged you based on status, not character. That was wrong." Her mother added, "You make her smile in a way we haven't seen in years. That's what matters." Meghan squeezed his hand under the table. And just like that, the love she once walked away from became the love she'd walk beside, for life. Sometimes love isn't loud. It doesn't scream. It whispers. Gently. Patiently. Until you're finally ready to hear it. If this story touched you, leave a yellow heart in the comments and don't forget to subscribe for more stories about the love we lose, the ones we find again, and the lives we never planned, right here on Life Unwritten.